I think my career has been a pathway of learning. I've been at the National Laboratory for 32 years, but I have done so many different things. I came out as an electrical engineer out of my education. I started in the atmospheric physics area doing design of LiDAR systems for measuring the distance and reflection off of clouds. I moved to computational chemistry, and then I did computational biology and high performance computing systems. I did engineering manufacturing. I did national security in the biodefense arena. And so, in some ways you might say I have a hard time sustaining a job, but really it was about recreating myself and learning and just continuing to grow in my opportunity space and taking new opportunities. In a national lab, you can do that. You can recreate and take new opportunities and learn all over the place. Not always in a private industry. You might have to go to another position, but I think the key thing is don't be afraid to take on something new and to learn something new, because that will help you find your passion. And once you've identified what you're most passionate about, what you love spending your day on, it helps you really find your career path, because that will help identify what you want to get up every morning and go to work for, right? What you want to go and spend your time doing. And so don't be afraid to change. If you start something and you don't like it, that's okay. Hang with it for a little bit and let it help you identify what you are passionate about and where you do want to go. And I think that's an important thing, especially when you're early in your careers, that you give it some time, because you might be just not understanding what you're doing yet well enough to know whether you're passionate about it. So give it some time early on. But once you identify those passions, go after them, because it's going to make your career and your life a whole lot better.
I like what Deb said. I'll add to that a little bit. So for folks that are early in their career, I'd say the early career stage is really about exploration. Like there are so many jobs and careers out there that most of us can't even touch the surface of. And it's really about exploring. It's really about keeping yourselves open to opportunities that are out there. It's really about also learning what you don't like to do. And so you have to try those things, or, before you realize that that's really not something, to Deb's point, that you're passionate about, and then move on. And once you've decided that, then as you start learning about what things you do like and what things you don't like, start gravitating more to the types of jobs that lend themselves to filling, the excitement and energy that you have about some of these things that you're passionate about.
Yeah, I would actually say that's a great point, Kerri, because what you end up choosing is a combination of a couple of things. One is, what is your interpretation of the world or that thing or whatever that might be? You may like it, you may hate it, you may think you are passionate about it. But it's one factor is your interpretation, which could be subject to discussion, and B, what opportunities come your way. And when there is a combination of the two, that's when you get to make a choice. So to maximize that, or to maximize those combinations of you liking it and something coming your way, actually making it happen, the only way to do that and expand the scope is by exploring different things. And if you always take the path of least resistance or something that seems easy, that may not be the long-term thing, because you'll see that things that are super easy are actually super boring at the same time. And you can get very quickly out of things as fast as you get into the things. So the other thing I would also mention is not worry too much about it, because it's not like the first and the last thing you're going to do. So as long as you're open-minded and you're exploring and you want to challenge yourself and learn about yourself, you'll learn so many things about yourself, and you'll be shocked 10 years from now what you thought about yourself today. Okay. No matter what you think about yourself today, 10 years from now, you're going to be shocked. So as long as you know that, just go have fun. That's it. I mean, don't stress over it. Everybody goes through life with many different twists and turns. The important piece is to enjoy the process and enjoy the moment.